Dayron's coming later?
Dayron's bringing his little ass here very later. Very much later.
Very much later.
Very much.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that would have been bad if I would have missed that step.
Yep.
You would have laughed and kept that shit in. On me, huh?
Okay, Ray, I know you know a lot about this movie. What would you like to share?
I don't know a lot about the movie, but I did educate myself just a little bit. You ready?
Yep. Share.
Queen and Slim. A lot of people were basically thinking that it was a Bonnie and Clyde type of movie, but totally different aspect of it. It was basically something that was driven, racially driven from
police brutality.
I'm getting there. Why can't I finish?
Okay.
Police brutality. Yes. The movie's about 2 hours in length. Budget, they were right around $25 to $30 million, so very extensive budget at this point. It takes place them basically trying to go ahead and circumnavigate away from the whole running away from the cops, not getting caught, and being helped by the African American community. So therefore they had that whole entire dynamic and had the whole component of people standing up for what was right. So yes, the actors Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner is both Slim and Queen. So they're actually two young characters that are actually in there that I'm excited to go ahead and see. But what I'm even more excited about, which I started listening to, is the soundtrack. I heard the soundtrack is very good. You know, a lot of awards they're trying to go ahead and throw their way on as far as the soundtrack. So, boom, that's what I know.
All right, that was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. So hope it's a great one. Hope certain people don't come out of it mad. Bye.
Terry, what are you expecting to see from this movie?
I don't know. I am going into it blind. I have not read any reviews. I purposely tried not to read anything because I wanted to go in with a pure
blank slate.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Okay.
So I'm really just gonna.
There it is.
I'll let them do the talking.
All right. Queen and Slim.
Hello, Michael, and you're coming in close. That actually was pretty good, though.
Thanks.
All right, so we're here to see Queen and Slim. You don't know too much about it, so what is your expectations, at least, about the movie, if any?
I don't have great expectations as far as I don't like police brutality. Those news stories always get me really upset. So I know that that's the premise of the beginning of this movie, and I hope that people find out that it's the cop that's caused all this. But just like you said, the African American community comes forward to try to help them also. So that's all I know from the trailers.
Okay.
And I purposely was like Terry, I didn't want to read reviews, I didn't want to know a whole lot from you.
All right. Y'all, please don't be upset after the movie, please.
I'm not going to be upset, I just, because it's a movie.
Yes.
But it seems like a very dark topic.
Yes, very much so. All right, well, Mike, you ready to eat?
Yes, I am. I'm
okay.
very hungry.
You got that hangry look on your
Chicken's
face.
over there.
Chicken. Waiting for the chicken.
Chicken.
All right, we're signing off.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Some girls reach for the stars, fancy clothes and
What made you pick me?
I liked your picture. You had this sad look on your face. I felt sorry for you.
content right here. Please read my short list.
hands wide open.
No,
You may not. Put your hands on that girl on the ground now. Are you serious? Get on the ground!
Why is he under arrest?
Back in the car.
I am an attorney. I'm reaching for myself.
And wake up in your arms to the sound of the rain on
We're in the Black Bonnie and Clyde.
drumming away. I'm keeping it short and sweet. My bucket list.
this journey, no matter how it ends.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tall Table. It's me, Darren, one of your hosts, with our other host.
I'm Mike.
I'm DJ Zion 7.
I'm Ray.
And today we are doing a review of the latest movie, Queen and Slim. So I'm going to pass it on to one of my other hosts.
Okay, I'm just gonna start.
We're going to start.
Well, everybody's having a really hard time with this one,
Yeah.
especially Terry, because you can't come up with a rating for it
Okay, so
for a
this,
variety of reasons.
this is not going to be a spoiler video, so I can't tell you anything.
Yeah, we can't.
But I don't have a rating for this film because I don't know how I feel about it.
So you don't know if you would recommend it to other people, because that's what ratings are for. Would you recommend it to anyone?
No.
Wow. Just because it didn't have a happy ending?
It had the ending that I thought it would have.
Yes, it did. Same
It
here.
had the ending that I thought it would have. So I guess that's why I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Because it's going to be the ending that everybody thinks it's going to be.
Yeah.
But you knew going in that was the ending.
Yeah. And you know, I thought that there would be something I got out of the movie, though. I thought there would be something.
It was a sad movie.
It was just sad.
Yeah.
It was just sad.
It's a very well-crafted, well-acted, great casting, cinematography, all those things that make a great movie.
Yeah.
The music, the
music was really good.
Fantastic for it.
But it's like
You really fall in love. Well, I don't know if you fall in love, but you really like both of the characters. But maybe you don't.
yes and no.
Yeah.
This was a hard movie for me because it's like, again, it was predictable. It's like watching a train that you know is going to crash, but you want to find out how it crashes.
Yeah, let's see if it hits a rock on the way
See
or
if
something.
yes, and it's just, that's all I can say.
All right.
All right, Ray, what do you have?
I'm gonna go on a little bit of a different end. I was definitely conflicted, but I won't stay with the plot. What I'll go ahead and stay on is basically, you know, the cinematography. You know, they started off in New Orleans and just worked their way down the state, so they were able to go ahead and see different towns and different things like that. So the camera work was awesome throughout that whole entire thing. I did like that whole component. The other component that I did was the two young black actors that we spoke about earlier today. I mean,
African Americans, you
I'm
mean?
sorry. What did I say?
You said black.
Oh, African American actors. Yes.
Shame.
You can say black.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Black / African
He got
American
me last
actors.
time I said black. He said, "Oh, you can't say that."
They were they were extremely. I guess I get a pass because I am black. So,
Yes,
so
Wait, the Cuban people get a pass?
They were very
think so.
talented young actors. We spoke about it in the car. One of them did do something in Black Panther that I did remember, and he did some other films. But I think as far as them together in the scene, I think they were yin and yang. You know, I think one was definitely a fire sign. The other one was the more laid back, you know, things. I think they basically, as they did their trek and their journey and stuff like that, they grew on each other.
Yeah,
you know,
they didn't like each other when.
no,
when
they did not.
started.
So there was things that basically they jumped on each other for, and then later on in the movie, you could see that they really took each other's opinions to heart, like the guy chewing out loud.
Once they let their walls
so-
down, both of them had walls up.
They
They had
had-
to let their walls down. Once they did, I felt that's when they were able to. get to each
So
other.
they connected extremely, extremely well. On that end. I mean, as far as the plot, was it predictable? Pretty much 90% of it was predictable. There was one aspect of the movie that it was not, and it was just like, wow. But we did speak about it, and it's just like, how did it really play into the dynamic of everything?
That one shocking moment.
Yeah, the one shocking moment. So that was it. So I mean, as far as my rating, was it a bad movie? Absolutely not. Was it a predictable movie? Yes. I think with you, Terry, and with myself, I kind of just expected more because you had such a great soundtrack. You had, this whole. I actually got some reviews from other people saying that, it was going to be this movement. It was going to be like this.
Well, see, and I even questioned that. We can talk about that without giving away plot points. Mm-hmm. But when it first starts out, they're in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
Or Cincinnati?
Cleveland.
Okay, so they're in Cleveland all the way up there, right?
Right.
And then the very next day, this small town person recognizes them. Remember, they're miles and miles and miles away.
Oh, in
They could
Louisiana,
drive-
and then where they were in Louisiana.
Louisiana,
Yes.
Kentucky.
miles away, or something like that. Well, Kentucky is where they
No, it's
first run into
Louisiana,
somebody.
where they were at the bar.
But then Louisiana, yeah, and they're recognized by more than one person there. I just found that a little bit hard to believe about this being a movement from a single video because they hadn't even captured them yet.
Yeah.
So how can you have heroes without them being captured without their other viewpoint?
Well,
There
they
have been movements
social
from
media.
shootings. Yes, there's
No,
social
I know,
media.
but they didn't have them yet for their side of the story.
Well,
All that they had
It
was the cam.
video.
Yeah, the video.
And like you said, how does the camera show them getting away with it? I mean, them being innocent or whatever.
The cop shot first.
Okay, I guess I'll have to accept that.
Yeah, so I mean, but
Just
on,
cops shoot
on
first
everybody,
all the time.
on everyone's, it kind of the movie kind of made me seem like it was a lot more time than the 6 days that it initially said because it was only 6 day
For the whole movie?
for the whole entire movie. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I didn't
They
realize
said
that.
it
How'd
in
you
there.
know it was 6 days?
Because they said it was 6 days.
Who did?
When they were up there saying at the end of the movie, they were like, "This 6 day, what you call it?"
Oh,
or-
she said it's been a 6 day hunt. It was
6
at
day,
the end of the 6 day
yeah,
manhunt.
6 day
Yes.
manhunt. So
You're
I
right,
was,
you're right,
it was
you're
one of
right.
those ones that I was just like, wow, 6 days that they basically travel. So you know, there was a couple different things that I mean, it was like question mark, but it was just like okay. As far as my rating wise, man, I think I'll give it 3.5 stars. Like I said, the plot was predictable, but there were so many other intangibles that I liked outside of it being an African American movie that, you know, both of these actors basically held their own. You know, they really, really did. You know, you would not expect, you know, a man and a female to go ahead and, you know, that was so polar opposite on their first interaction to go ahead and hold that whole dynamic of growth throughout the whole
No,
entire
but
movie.
nothing holds a couple together like a bad tragedy.
A bad tragedy.
Yeah, I think that's what was their
Well,
defining. Because
take that back, not necessarily because you get to see the character of a person. Because something bad can happen, and you can end up having that person say, "You figure it out. This
They
is on
almost
you.
did, though. They almost did.
This is on you." You know what I'm saying? When she got shot, she could have been like, "You shot him, so you need to go. You need to go."
Yeah,
So-
I'm just saying that that's another Hollywood formula they use is opposites attract. They're always the two people that
Yin and yang.
they can't stand each other at first,
Right.
And then they find out and they really like each other.
Yeah,
So
so-
that was a little bit of a Hollywood stereotype.
Yeah. So I gave it 3.5. 3.5 for a lot of the intangibles. Should you wait? No. I mean, I honestly believe that this is one of those movies that you definitely should go see.
What are your people going to get from this movie?
What are my people going to go ahead and get
When you
from
tell
it?
people to go see this movie, what are they going to get from it that they don't already see every day in Black America?
Well, I think that this is one of the few movies that you could say you have a supporting male actor and a supporting female actor all in the same cast. I think that's the first thing. So supporting of that avenue. Of
I mean, I definitely support Black actors and Black actresses. I definitely
Well, I
do.
mean,
but
it's
it's been a very long. When can you name a movie that you've had both in the last 10 years?
I'm just going to say this is not the first movie that you've gone into knowing how it's going to end.
Yeah.
That's
It's
not
like I
personal.
said, my thing is the intangibles of it is what they did, you know, the quality of their acting, the quality
of the movie.
of the movie. That's I just gave it an overall. I understand what you're saying. What did they get from it? Yeah, there was so many different things that we've even spoke about that it was just like, really, why did it go that way? We spoke about it in here, but I said in the overall scheme of things, should I think the audience go see it? I don't think it's one of those ones that they shouldn't be like, you know, go and see this movie and not go see this movie. I think it was well portrayed for what it was. You know, so again, 3.5 for me.
Do you have your rating yet?
No, I don't have one because for me, I've learned nothing new from this movie. That's what I'm really trying to say. I definitely love the cinematography. I love the actors and everything, but there's nothing to me that was
So it sounds like you have a low score.
not for the movie. I don't really have a look because I feel like it's a story that had to be told, but I just feel like I don't have a rating for it because this is real life to a point. It's real stuff that happens to real African Americans to a point, but it didn't come out any different than the real things that have been happening to African Americans over the last 10 years. We get shot.
a lot more than 10 years, but go ahead.
Yes, a lot longer than 10 years, but it's like more in the news these last 10 years than ever before. And it's like,
Because people have cell
there
phones.
and there's no solution. That gave me no answer. It gave me no end game to that. So it's like,
Well, for me, when I was sitting there trying to think of a number, and for me, it's a 3.5. It's a really good 3.5, though. For me personally, when I'm giving reviews or I'm trying to think about, am I going to recommend this movie? A 4 or a 5 is something I must go to the theater for the grandness, for the theater, for the large screen, for all of those reasons why we go out. I feel like you could wait for this movie, just for no reason other than like kind of what Terry is saying, in that it's a tale that you already know. And you already know what is going to happen. You know what the ending is going to be. And so you're just watching their path. The director and the acting tells the path very clearly and very well done. But it's how do you feel when you step out of the theater? We have gone to other movies where you're depressed and you're sad when you get out of a movie. Yeah. And I can't say that I was sad and depressed because I wasn't surprised, I think. But for me, it's a 3.5. It's a very good movie. It's a 4 if you're seeing it out of the theater. I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah, 4. That's true. A 4 out of the theater.
I can say it that way. Yeah. I can't say anything negative about the movie other than a couple little plot points here and there that I kind of questioned. But other than that, it was a good movie.
D-Ron! I think I'm going to kind of agree with most of you guys. I'm going to give it a 3. I really didn't learn anything from the movie other than maybe what not to do to get caught or when you get caught. Because they did some pretty outrageous things, especially the guy. Like, he was, he just acted really suspicious most of the time. So I felt like I was watching an episode of Cops on what not to do after you, shoot somebody.
It's a valid point.
The movie was a strong movie. I think it gave kind of like a current view of what happens when that happens, because like one of you guys said, there is cell phones nowadays, and it's like the minute somebody gets you, you're on Instagram, you're on Reddit, you're everywhere, and everybody's gonna know, and you're gonna be either famous or infamous from it. But I didn't learn much from the movie. I think you can either see it or not see it and not take really anything from it or lose anything from it, because unless you really don't know what's going on in the world or what's going on with police and just the way people are treated nowadays. But I'm going to give it a 3. It's a strong 3. I don't think you should need to necessarily go see it in the movie theater. You can see it at home. But it was a good movie. I think the story definitely needed to be told, even though we all kind of knew what was going to happen. It was enjoyable to watch. Like, it wasn't like bored or anything. I was sat there watching it.
Yeah. No.
It moved at a pretty even pace. It's not like it kept you waiting from one scene or. It was a cool movie.
Yeah.
That just didn't.
We knew what the ending was going to be, but we didn't know the path that they were going to take.
Yeah, it was nice watching the path. But I give it a 3.
Journey.
If you guys are into these kind of movies, I think it ends up being like a drama, romantic kind of movie. Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 91% or something like that. So it was definitely good. It's a believable movie. Yeah. It could definitely happen to you. Hopefully not.
Yes.
Hopefully not.
So with that,
Terry, do you have anything else?
I'm just really I'm really trying to like come up with something. The only analogy that I can come up with that is kind of close to me personally would be like going to watch a movie about school shootings and you know how it's going to end. Yes. But you're going to see it anyway.
Well, can I say that's why I wasn't thrilled to go see this movie? You know how we all all choose a movie? And when you said we were going to go see it, I was like, okay, I'll go and see it. But I wasn't going to go out of my way to go see it because I knew from the previews it's about police brutality. Yeah. Something horrible is going to happen, and it's going to have a horrible ending.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I have been saying that I wanted to have more serious talks on this show. And this movie definitely is a introduction for more serious things, and definitely serious conversations.
Yes, it definitely.
You might be talking
a lot of
as you're
current
reading.
issues, that some people may not be aware about. And I guess if you're not aware of what's going on,
it's going to go ahead and give you a punch.
Yeah,
those that are not aware, those that kind of live it and see it on a daily basis and kind of understand points of views. It's just everyday occurrences and everyday news. So
if I had to rate it, I guess I would give it what you guys gave it as 3.5. I like the movie. I don't like the premise of the movie.
Right.
I like the movie. I don't know what else to say because it's like I feel like this was bothering me. This movie is really bothering me.
Yeah. You like the movie. You just didn't like the plot, and being that it didn't give no type of resolution or how things are going to go get better, in Hollywood.
Even in Hollywood, I was.
How Hollywood can kind of give a okay, this is how we're gonna go ahead and fix it, even though we know
No,
it's not gonna be fixed.
But it's like, I guess I wanted a tiny bit of something good to happen.
Yeah.
And
You knew it
did.
Nothing good happened. And
Nothing
it's-
really did good.
happened.
It did not go their way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Damn.
And that's not giving the movie
I'll
away.
be damned.
Because you've seen the previews.
And then the other thing that bothered me was the way they were betrayed.
Really?
Yeah.
oh my God, yeah, that killed me. How they were betrayed.
Portrayed
Betrayed.
by
Betrayed.
Oh,
Betrayed.
betrayed.
Bravo.
Betrayed.
Betrayed.
Okay. Well, we don't want to give away any.
I
plot
just
points
said
for
that's
you,
all
so-
I said. I just
Okay.
said just the way they were betrayed.
Okay.
I was disappointed
Okay.
in my man.
Let's not say too much more.
Okay.
Let's close that off.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it, guys.
That's all. So Queen of
That's
Slim,
it.
our reviews, it was basically a 3.5 throughout the board and
3.5.
stuff.
Well, 3 over here.
3.
A very solid 3.
So average of
3,
what?
3.5.
No, he said 3.
3, yeah,
So
that's what I
3,
thought.
3.5,
Solid.
3.5.
Yeah,
Solid
solid
3.
3.
Solid
And solid
3.
3.5.
So, guys, like I said, big thing about it is these are our reviews again, four different vantage points of a movie.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we all said it is noteworthy to go see. You can go see it, but it's better to go ahead and wait for it to go ahead and come in and give you that solid 4. So, that is it. So, as anything else, we have a website and we're on YouTube. So, subscribe, guys, comment. Please let us know, definitely on this movie, what your thoughts are.
Yeah.
So that way if we're wrong, if we're right, if you want to gut punch us, if you want to, all of the above, we go ahead and take. So, for sure.
I don't want to get
Okay. I don't know where that came from.
I don't know which movie. Taking as far as writing, so they're not gonna show up at the studio and then we're gonna say, "Hey, y'all supposed to support what I say, not look at me crazy." Okay, anyway.
We all 3 have to
No, you
say
did. No, you did. Okay, so with that being said, I love you guys for sure, and we're gonna say, live
best.
life.
All right. Bye, guys.
You are so disrespectful.